welcome to another episode of Stories and Stuff. Always glad to see you guys. Hi, how's it going? So here we are, we're at the end of week 2 of this week's theme of Oh Canada, Oh Willy. Before we move on and explain what we're doing with that, we just want to say welcome to anyone whose first time it is here, ever visiting or seeing us or seeing our videos. Welcome. We're so happy to see you. Yes, we are. Stories and Stuff is just a very short video presentation that we like to do. Presentation. It's not a presentation, it's a visit. It is. It's a visit. We like to come and visit with you very briefly to bring stories of all sorts and stuff of all sorts. Exactly. So the last week and this week, we've been spending time trying to share, we've been sharing with me all sorts of things about our Canadian history because July 1st is coming up fast. And it's a very important day for many people who live in Canada. Well, for all people who live in Canada, it's a very important day. It's a day of our Confederation. That's right, July 1st, 1867. See, I learned, I remembered. Yes, you did, and it's a very good job that you did. So, as we mentioned yesterday, we did all sorts of stuff. We've explored Laura Secord and the War of 1812 and flags. And yesterday we met Bernie the Beaver. We did meet Bernie the Beaver yesterday and he hung out with some aliens. It was a very interesting day. So this week, today, where we're at now is we're going to finish up and we're going to talk about something Willy is very excited about. It's true. It involves music. I think our friend Norm might enjoy it. Karen or Amy. Yeah, they might. Well, most people I think do. Yeah, we are going to talk today about the National Canadian Anthem. Did I say that right? I think so. Canada's National Anthem. It's our song. Yeah, it's just a fancy way of saying a song for the country, about the country. That's right. So we're going to tell you a little bit about that, and then we're going to do a story on the spot, and then Willy has some special stuff for you today. Super duper special fun stuff. Absolutely. Okay, so what we want to tell you is, as you remember, there's a lot of things in our history that took a long time to happen. For example, in 1867, we became a country. That's right. But we didn't get a flag until 1965. That's right. So there's lots of things. And in the beginning, we only had 4 provinces. Do you remember them? They were Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. 4 very key provinces. And before we move on to the anthem, I just wanted to mention something. Sure, what is that? Well, do you remember yesterday in our story when the aliens were talking a different language? Yeah, it was very confusing. Well, in Canada, we have 2 national languages. 2? That's a lot of languages. Well, there's a lot of different languages, spoken in Canada, but we have 2 official languages. One is English, and the other is, I don't know. It's French. Oh, I think I've heard that. There's stuff like the word, bonjour. That's right, which means hello. And Willy and I are not French, so please forgive our expressions or our pronunciation. Yeah, we'll do our best. So the only reason, well, not the only reason, one of the reasons that I'm mentioning about our French and English side is because when we talk about the national anthem, the French are very important to our national anthem. Why is that? Because it was 2 Frenchmen who wrote the first original version of our national anthem, and that was back, oh gosh, I can't remember, give me a sec. It was back in 1880, and they were 2 men. Now, I am going to peek down and look because they're French names, and I want to do my best to pronounce them properly. So I'm going to not look at you, but Willy will look at you, and I will do my best. So the fellow who wrote the music, la 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 la, that's right, the music part, his name was Calixa Lavallee. And then the fellow who wrote the poem, which the words were based on, the lyricist, his name was Adolphe-Basille Routhier. and they wrote it together in 1880. And it was, there's a whole bunch of history around it. Jean-Baptiste, and some other things. And there's so much, guys. It would have taken up our whole episode of stories and stuff today. So we put a bunch of links in, and you can go and you can read about these two fine fellows and everything else that they were. You know, they were lawyers and judges and politicians. They certainly helped establish Quebec and relations. And in Canada, they were very, very important to our history. Just as important as anyone else we've mentioned, Fitzgibbons and Secord and all of those people, right? So, so they're two very important people because they had the first version, which means the first draft of O Canada. Well, a little bit later, there was a gentleman by the name of Robert Stanley Weir, and he was what? The first guy to write the English lyrics to our national anthem, because our anthem originally was en français, in French. And I found out something really interesting, Jenny. What did you find out? The French lyrics have not changed at all over all this time. It's true. Now, the English lyrics, however, have had many variations through the years. So I'm going to borrow some notes, and I'm going to give you a couple of little examples. And if you want, we've put a couple of YouTube video links that will actually play you the different versions. So Stanley Weir, as we said, he's the one sort of credited with writing the English version of our national anthem. In his original version, it goes a little like this. "O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, thou dost it us command. We see thee rising fair, dear land, the true north strong and free." So that was the original version. Well, a little bit later in 1916, there was another version that came out. Again, Stanley Weir, he's the one who modified it. And can I do this one? Yeah, you go. Okay. And so it came out, "O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons' command, or in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free." And that's the version that most of us know. Now, in over all of this time, there are so many different versions of this that you can look it up. There's English versions, there's French versions. There are versions where people sing both English and French. And then there's instrumental, which means no one sings. That's right. So it's very, very cool. And so as with everything else, it seems it took a little bit of time for our national anthem to become our national anthem. And so it didn't officially become our national anthem until I think it was 1980. I think it was 1980. I'll have to double check that, guys. They're not in my notes here. But it was a while. But I will tell you something that happened very much more. You just dropped your notes. I know. Give me a second. Something that happened more recently. You're speaking so good today. Oh, I know. It happened, actually. And our anthem has been adjusted one more time. And it was back in 2018, which is not that long ago because it's 2020 right now. That's right. So it was only like 2 years ago in February. And there was legislation that changed the lyrics once more. And so now, where it used to say, "True patriot love in thy son's command," it now says, "True patriot love in all of us command." So it goes back to the original version of what we were saying. And it's so fantastic because it's the image of that we all have something to empower our country, and we all have some influence in our country, which is true. We all absolutely, absolutely do. So that is our national anthem. So now I think we covered everything. I'm going to sing the national anthem, I think. Are you? Yeah, but first I want to do the stories and stuff. Okay, that sounds great. So we're going to do stories and stuff. And it looks like we have someone watching. It looks like our friend Mickey from Quebec, actually. Bonjour, Mickey. Comment ça va? That's French for hi. How are you? That's right. If there are some friends watching who don't know French. I know a little bit of French, and the French I do try to do well. So what we need is we need to know who is going to be in our story, what's going to happen in our story, and where they're going to be. And we'll wait and see if anyone wants to offer anything. But if not, we have the story cubes, and we will do a quick story, and it could involve anything that we've talked about the last 2 weeks, from Laura Secord to Fitzgibbons to, let's try and say these names again, Calixa Lavallee, or Adolphe-Basille Routhier, or Robert Stanley Weir. So I'm not sure anyone's out there gonna step up and be brave enough to throw something out. So let's just start a story. That sounds like a great idea. Okay. Oh, hang on. Bien merci. And you guys, Mickey, I think there's a delay. We are fantastic. We're going to do a story on the spot. So stay right there. It's going to be fun. So I'm going to grab one of the cubes. Yeah. And I think I'm going to let Willy start this one. Okay. Roll. And it's, ooh, check that out, guys. It's a lightning bolt. It is a lightning bolt. Oh my gosh. So do you have an idea where you want to start the story? Yeah. Okay. Once upon a time, not so long ago, there was a huge thunderstorm. And in the sky, there was lightning. Oh my gosh. And it was over top of that park in Alberta, the Buffalo National Park, where the dams and the beavers were. Oh my gosh, I remember that from yesterday. And there was a big bolt of lightning. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. And it went down and it hit the big beaver dam. Oh no, that's so scary. It is. So Bernie from yesterday, he came out and he's like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What did he do? I'm not sure. Grab another cube. Oh, that's always a good solution when we don't know what's happening. We're gonna roll it. And what do we got? We got, we got some masks. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to continue. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So Bernie the beaver had his dam and it was a little bit on fire from the lightning bolt from the sky. Well, he went into his home and he went in under the water and he swam and he found these masks. They were magical masks. They were absolutely magical masks. And he started to sing, and he sang a song, and it sounded a little bit like, but it was in beaver, so it was like, that's right. And before he knew it, all of his beaver friends came along and they helped and they grabbed water and they used their tails and they put out the fire. That's a very lucky thing. It is a very lucky thing. So is there anything else that happened in the story? Nope. I think that's good. I think that's good too. Sometimes the stories go a little crazy. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't work so well. But that's our story for today. Can I say hi to everyone out there? Sure. Hi guys. Okay. I really have not sang for a long time. And I really want to help you guys enjoy Canada Day, July 1st, by singing right now as my contribution. Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay, I'm going to do my best. I'm not sure which version it'll be, but it'll come out. Okay. Jenny, you can help. Okay. So Willy and I are going to sing Oh Canada for you guys. Hang on one sec. You want to start? Yeah. He's going to start. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of our command. That's the new version. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. Oh, Canada, something we stand on guard for thee. Thank you for trying, Willy. It's a good try. And you know what? I'll be honest. Growing up, I don't know if this happened to anyone who's watching or any of our friends who are Canadian who are watching. I would sometimes growing up, we would sing the national anthem and I would get confused and lost. But now that I understand there's so many versions, maybe that's why. But it is a wonderful anthem, and you should go back and go through the links we have. It lists the lyrics, and you can see how much love that the people who were creating and celebrating our nation early on, how much pride they have in it. And we should. We're a pretty darn good country, and yeah. All right, I think we're gonna slowly wrap this up. Do you have anything else you want to do? Yeah, I of course have a couple of jokes. I know you would. Okay, but before we get to the stuff, I just wanted to say that July 1st is going to be a big day for everyone, but also because I am part of an amazing group called the Guelph Guild of Storytellers. And I just want to give a little shout out to the Guild, because on July 1st, we are doing a presentation for July 1st, and it will be on our website. And eventually we've gotten a YouTube channel. Yes, we did get a YouTube channel, and it'll eventually be there. And it will be on our website. I will put those links in later so you guys can hop on Canada Day. I believe it's going to start at 9 in the morning, and then we're going to have another run of our virtual stories of Canada, of different stories connected to Canada. It's going to be awesome. And then there's going to be another one at 7 o'clock at night. Keep an eye open for the posters. It'll definitely be on here on my timeline, and we would love for you to come and watch and be part of that. So this brings us to the end of Oh Canada, Oh Willy, but not the end of stories and stuff. Okay, can I do my stuff? Yes, now you can do your stuff. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. My first joke is this. Are you guys ready? I think they're ready. Okay. They're musical jokes. Okay. What do you get when you drop a piano on an army base? And I'm thinking of this because of, the War of 1812 and stuff. What do you get when you drop a piano on an army base? You get a flat major. That's such a silly joke. Okay. Here's the one. I saved the best for last. Okay. What makes pirates such great singers? I don't know what makes pirates such great singers. They can hit the high seas. The high seas. Willy, that really was a great end of the show. So guys, we hope to hear from you and find out what you do for July 1st. We'd love to know what you feel it is to be Canadian, and if we've shared anything new that you didn't know, or if there's something else you want to learn. It doesn't have to be about Canada. Let us know. We're happy to research, and we'll do our best to bring stories or bring a new perspective or an old perspective, or we'll just share what we find out. Yeah, or we can just share what we find out. So everyone, we want to wish you a happy, safe, and enjoyable July 1st. And we will see you next week, next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, always share your smiles, share your love, and share your laughter. Ha ha! That's right, share your laughter. Okay, bye guys. We'll see you next week.